Hello, welcome to Ekidel, where we train future civil and structural engineers. My name is Fashe Ochet. Today, we want to continue the part 4 of this Storey hotel building. So last time, we have done the part 3, whereby we are able to generate our first floor and all the explanation have been made. So therefore, today we want to look at the part 4 of this Storey building. It's a hotel, as rightly said. So in case you have not watched part 1, part 2, part 3, I would advise you to do so that you have the better understanding of this project. And I want to say, if you really want to help us, to also encourage us the more, and to show that yes, we really love what we are doing, not just clicking on a like button, but also make sure you subscribe. That subscription is very, very important to us. So therefore, let's now go further and see how we can now do the part 4 of this Storey building of this hotel. Now, in this part 4, what we'll be looking at is what we call our choice of materials. That is 1. 2, we are going to be looking at checking of a model. That's model check, and also to design. If time permits, we can now think of interacting with our design. But if not, the next part will be we will interact at the same time, do our foundation. Is that okay? So I think that will be better. So therefore, let's go there. So now to do that in this video, so what you need to do first of all is to run your model check. Choose your load combination. So we have to choose your load combination. So to do that, come to this place and click. You can see, come to this place and click. As you have seen it here. So the next thing to do, come to my load combination. After pre-analysis, when you click on pre-analysis, come to load combination. Click on it and click on load generator, and then OK. You see all of them come up. Then once that one is on, then click on on OK. Yes. Once you click on OK, the next thing is to come to building analysis. But before you click on building analysis, there's need for us to do to set our materials. You can see edit materials. So the kind of reinforcement you want to use, we have to set it. So therefore, come to this place, our concrete strength. So you come to this place and choose. As a structural engineer, you know what this one stands for. And this is grade 20. So now what we will do, I click on apply to all members. So I click on it and then OK. So you can see it here. You can see instead of doing one after the other, as I click on apply to all members, automatically it has been done. So here also, grade of strength of material, your reinforcement. What's the strength of your reinforcement? So some choose a 640, grade 640, but this is very, very high. The possibility of having this is somehow not certain. So, but this one is obtainable. So you design with this. So therefore, you click on apply to all members. So click on OK. So this one is also done. So the next thing our column, concrete column. So I click on this place. Then what do I need to do is discover that all of these places have been checked, and I don't want it. So instead of me to uncheck them one after the other, I just click on this place, double click. So do you see it now? So everywhere is selected. So since that has been selected, I will now choose my material. So for Y16, we are concrete column. So I want to choose my Y16. It's a small structure, so I don't need the Y20. So it's a strong structure. Let me just put it Y16 and Y20. I click on on OK. So after done that, what's the next thing I need based on this structure is I don't have a concrete wall, which is my shear wall. I don't have that one. So what I do is to come to concrete beam, because that's the next thing I have. So you can see all of them the same thing. I double click on this one, so you can see it. My beam, all I need is Y16 and Y20. Y16, Y20 is okay. So I then click on OK. The next thing is my slab. My slab also, you can see they are selected. So what do? I deselect them. So double click, and then since this slab, I'm using Y12 and click on OK. Click on OK. Then the next thing is my links, which is very, very important. I know the meaning of link and the function. So I double click again. My link, I'm using Y10. Some use Y8, but our advice always use Y10. So that is that. And having done this, I come to my foundation. Under my foundation, what concrete grade am I using? I'm using grade the same thing, grade grade 20. Okay, so then what's my reinforcement? My foundation rebar What am I using? I'm using the same thing. Double click and then choose the one I want. 16. I always put 20. So it depends on the area. So if you like, you can also use what? Use 12. If you like, also use 12. So let me make it like this. Okay, that's 12 and what? And 16. Diameter 12 and diameter 16. Okay, I click on this. Then what's the next thing? My link. Double select, and then my link is what? 10. It's okay. So I'll go back to my general and see, because at times that's affected it, so I'll come here and correct it again. Excuse me. So I play the correct, good, and good. Okay. Then the next thing is my what? My beam. Check, you see, right? So I play that. Do this and also do this. Okay, my slab. You see, that's why it's very important to do what? To check, especially once you have made your choice of what? Of your reinforcement for the foundation. Okay, what's that? My link. Okay, it's okay. Link is okay. Then slab is okay. Then beam is okay, and finally column is okay. So now I haven't done this one. I will click final what? Final okay. So since I've done this one, the next thing I will now do is to do come to this place and click. Once I click on this place, what do I need to do? I have to do what? Run my what? Model check to see if there's what? Any error. So what do I do? I click and then I come to this place and click on what? On start. So let's wait and see. So while we are waiting, in case you have not clicked on the like button, I want to say that you should do what? You should click on the like button. Thank you. So now you can see that it has come. Number of error is what? Video model check completed. Number of error 0. That means our modeling is what? Perfectly okay. Now that it's perfectly okay, but before we continue, I want to say that if you really want to encourage us, as I rightly said before, you want us to produce more and you love us so much, the company so much, I want to say you should do what? You should click on the subscribe button and at the same time invite your friends and let them also watch the video and click on what? Subscribe button and also like the video, so that you can make this world a better place for every one of us when it comes to what? To engineering. All we are doing, we don't want to hide our knowledge, and at the same time, if you want to know more, you can enroll on what we call Ekidel mentorship class, whereby we train further than what we are doing on this video. All we are doing in our videos are very, very correct, accurate. But there are some things that I might like to explain, but because we are concentrating on a particular aspect, we might not be able to explain. But when it's come to make it Ekidel mentorship class, we discover that time is not what? It's not a restraint. They cannot restrain us. We do what? We give you everything. We touch every aspect. So because that was what? It's a special training. So that is that, and let us continue. So now looking at this point, all you need to do is click on this. You can see once I click on this, you see uncheck or check all. So now if I uncheck, so you can see this one is supposed to be checked, this one should be checked, and this one should be checked. So instead of me checking it one after the other, that's why I do what? I just click on check. So you can see that's what? Checked. Then for my column, in case it's not enough, I want to do what? To reselect. Like this one too, also to what? To reselect. Having done this, the next thing to do what? Is to run our analysis. Is that okay? We have done our model check. Let's do our what? First of all, let's do our analysis before we run our designs. Is that okay? Let's do that first. Let's run our what? Analysis before we design. Is that clear? So to do that, building analysis, click on it, building analysis, and then start. Excuse me. So what we are doing now, we are running our what? Building analysis. We have not started designing at all. What we are doing, we have not started designing. What we are doing is what? Building analysis. So you can see building analysis what? Completed successfully. So now click on OK. So you can see it has been checked. Is that okay? It has been checked. It has been checked. So all I need to do is to do what? I check this one, and then this one too. You see, checked, and this one is what? Marked. So therefore, I'll start what? It is now what to do what? Do our what? Our design. So now click on what? Design. So let's wait for it. Let's wait for it. It's designing. So we are on column now. We are on column, designing column reinforcement. So now we are what? On beam. You can see very fast. So we also have what we call a Ekidel group, whereby other engineers come together to do what? To show you how to solve a particular problem in your what? In your design. For example, as I'm designing here, if I have any challenge, I will click post it. And before you know it, other engineers in that group, what do? they will respond to me and help me solve the problem. And in case you have not joined, I want to say you should also join what we call Ekidel group, whereby they can also what contribute your own part when it comes to what engineering, and also whatever challenge you are having, you can also post it there, and other engineers will help you to do what to solve it. So now, sorry, now all have been what have been designed. So building design completed. So I will now do what click on what on OK. So having done this, the next one is to close it. Is that okay? I have closed it now. So therefore, since it has been closed, since I have closed this, let's now check and see if there are what there are failures. Is that okay? If there are what there are failures. So to do that, you come to this place and click on your window what active window settings. Is that okay? Active window what window settings. Sorry, this one was off. I click on this. I come to this place on what on design status and click and do what okay. So let's see. So you can see our structure is perfectly what designs, but we have some failures. So now this one will now be done in our part 5, whereby we can do the correction. What we can do, what we can redesign this place, this member that are failing, at the same time interact with our what with our members. Is that okay? So this one can be done. Or let's do it so that the next part will not be what the next part will be interacting with our designs and at the same time our foundation. Is that okay? So therefore, let's quickly do this. So I click on this and then right click and come to what column and do that, and let's wait for it. Okay, it has come. So the next thing is to click on what is choosing Y10, sorry, Y14. So do click on what the set, then come to what interactive design to know what the problem is. So click on it so you can see it's done. It's done, so it's okay. So you can click on what okay. So let's click so you can see it has passed. So you click on this one and right click again and come to this place and let's see what's the challenge. So either you click on this one or you click on this one to know the challenge. So for me, I reset it first and now come to this place so you can see Y16. Then the next thing I will do is we'll do what click on okay. So you can see this column here now we are using Y20 to start it. Why this one is what Y16. So you can see it's solved. It has been solved. So sorry, let me check this one. Let's check this one too. Right click and click, then come to this place and click. What's the problem? Come up, let's see you. So what do? I click on this and then come to this place and click. So Y20, use it now. Y20, that's it. Y20. So you can see it. Then click on this, it's okay. So then what about this place? Click on it and right click on this design, column design, and let's wait for it. Reset the pass, then interactive, then 8Y20. You see, that's what passes here. You see, so which means all through this one is what? All through this column is 8Y what? Y20. So that is that. So which other one again? Okay, there's one that we are seeing here. There's one here, so you can see it here. So click and right click and click on what? Column section design. So let's see what's the issue. Reset and then design. Y816. Okay. So that is that. Pass. So that is that. Y8 what? 16. So you can see we are done with what? So our design based on this one now is what is perfectly okay. So the next part, which is the part 5, we are going to what interact with this our designs. As we have always said that in Ekidel, we cannot overemphasize it enough that it's very important to interact with your members. Don't just depend totally on what on your software. It's not what it's not good. You depend totally on your what on your software. So you have to interact on your member and see the kind of reinforcement that has been chosen for your members. Is that okay? And that will be done in our part 5, where we will interact with it. At the same time, if time permits, we will now go to what our foundation design. And apart from that, there are some settings that we have done here, which I will advise you to go to our Ekidel YouTube and search for setting in Protastructure by Ekidel. There are some settings you need to do that will help you, so that by the time you are exporting it, it will make your work to come out what good and fantastic. So if you want to know those settings, I will not be explaining it here. Just go to YouTube and type settings in Protastructure by what? By Ekidel. Then you see those things, settings that need what to be done. So that is that. That is that on settings. So thank you very much. God bless you. In case you have not subscribed and you want to encourage us the more, please I want you to click on subscribe button. At the same time, like this video so that we can proceed together. Thank you very much. and God bless you. Till we meet in our part 5, where we'll be interacting with our members, and if time permits us, we also do our foundation. Thank you very much and remain blessed. Sorry, there's something I need to explain to you. Looking at this, if you look at this structure, looking at this design status, you can see red means fail. That was why those red we are seeing, you have to redesign it to pass, because you can see green is what the structure is, what, or the member is what is very, very okay. So if you see any of this color here aside green, that means that particular member need to be worked on. Is that okay? When you are designing and you have done everything, and in the course of checking your design status, you are seeing any other color aside green, such a member should be looked into. Is that okay? What you are expected and permitted to see by the time you check your design status is what is green, which means what the structure is okay. So once again, thank you very much and God bless you. Bye.